Hey, welcome to the Empowered Creativity Show, where we help you dream the impossible, encourage you, teach you, and support you in creating the business success that you desire and that God desires for you. Hi, I'm your host, Stephanie Ferrara. Welcome to the show today.
When the drive is strong enough, you will show up. So what I'm talking about is when your why, and I know you've heard about this, like you got to know why you're in business. You've got to know why you're doing what you're doing. And when you can articulate that why in a way that you know deep down in your heart that it like sinks in, it's almost like concrete, set in concrete, that if you don't show up, people are losing out. If you don't show up, people aren't getting free. If you don't show up, people aren't, making that change in their life that you're going to help them make. You were designed, put on this earth to serve others. And there is a host of people out there waiting for you to show up. You were meant to serve them, and they're waiting for you. Some of them know they're waiting for you, and some of them don't. Some of them know when I say they know they're waiting for you. They're actively seeking somebody to help them with their problem. They're actively seeking somebody who's going to help them write their emails. They're actively seeking somebody who's going to be their virtual assistant and keep their life straight. They're actively seeking somebody to build their website. They're actively seeking somebody who's going to coach them through the struggles that they're having in their marriage. They're actively seeking somebody who's going to help them parent their kids better and not get so angry all the time. Whatever it is that you do, there are people actively seeking that support. And if you're in a business where people are not actively seeking that support, might want to think about changing your business, because you're here to serve people. And if people don't even know, and I'm not saying like you're having trouble getting clients, I'm saying if nobody is looking for what you have, let's reassess. Like send me a DM, let's connect, and let's reassess. Let's check it out. Let's go explore that niche and see if it really is a profitable niche, if people really do want it. Or are you climbing uphill trying to educate people on what you have? Your why of being on this earth and your why of doing your business has to go beyond because I want to pay some bills. It has to go beyond because I want to work for myself. Because that's all self-centered. It's self-centered. It has to be wrapped around what you do for your clients. And whether you have a product-based business or a service-based business, or you're a coach, whatever it is, there is something that your client gets from doing business with you. If you sell jewelry, your client gets confidence in looking beautiful and getting compliments, and they feel special when somebody notices them. And if you don't sell them that beautiful piece of jewelry, they're missing out. If you are a health coach and you're not promoting yourself, you're not talking about what you do, you're hoping people just find you, but you're in it because you got healthy and you're like, this is cool and I want to help other people, but I really need to pay my bills. Like my water bill is pretty high this month. Oh man, my air conditioning bill, my electric bill, it's way up and I really need to pay my bills. So I really need a client so I can pay my bills. That is not going to motivate you enough to get out of bed. And when you do talk about your services, you're going to sound so desperate. That energy of need to help you is going to come through. How do you figure out what that deepest why is? It's a series of questions that really go through into your heart to help you figure it out. If you don't show up, if you don't help them, what happens to them? I know for me, if I don't show up to help somebody who's really, really struggling with some life issues, then they're going to keep struggling, and they're going to keep grasping for just whatever the fix is that's going to make them feel good in the moment. And they're not going to achieve that freedom that they truly deserve. If I don't show up and let people know what I do from a coaching, that I can help you really dig into who you serve and really pull together your knowledge and your expertise and put it into a coaching program or an online course, and then teach you how to build a big audience of people ready to buy. If I don't do that for you, you're left grasping to watch this YouTube video, that YouTube video. You're grasping, let me buy this little course that's going to help me with this, and this little course that's going to help me with that. I saw this one, and it's going to help me with that. And then you're left trying to figure out how to put it all together, when I can help you put it all together. And I can teach you step by step. And then I can also help you when you get stuck and when you forget how wonderful and awesome you are. And what that means is that you're now stuck and you're more in debt, and now you're going to have to give up. You're going to have to go get a job, or you're going to have to get a second job, or you're going to have to just give up on your dream. And man, I don't want you to give up on your dream. So if I don't show up, that end result for me that I talk to myself about, if I don't show up today, somebody has given up on their dream because they don't have the answers that they need. Because they're still stuck in the merry-go-round of negative voices in their head that say they're not enough. You're enough. You're more than enough. You're more than enough. But that's why you have to know really deep down what it is. Why is it that you need to tell your story? Why is it that you need to share the knowledge that you have? Why is it that you are here, put on this earth to serve others? That is what's going to get you up out of bed every morning, and that is what's going to get you to do the things that are hard when you don't want to do them. Like, I'd rather go play over here in Canva and make this pretty picture and go post it on social media. I really don't want to do the email to my audience, or I don't really want to, put myself out there and ask for, hey, can I be on your show? I've got really good information to share. I say that because I just spent the last really in depth, like the last month, but the last 3 months kind of, 2 of those 3 months putting off a task because I didn't have it deep in my heart as to what I was really going to do, how it's going to impact people. That task was to pitch myself on 150 podcasts. And what I mean by that is send an email to the podcast host and say, hey, I would love to be a guest on your show. I think I could really serve your audience and talk to them and to share why I think group coaching is so amazing, or why I think that you should really look into creating a personal brand and why it's so important. And I stepped out and stretched myself because I was stuck to to business podcasts, and I reached out to some who tell stories so I could share my testimony. That was uncomfortable. Not sharing my testimony, but reaching out and saying, hey, I've been through some really tough stuff and I've come out on the other side, and can I encourage somebody in your audience with my story? It seems simple, but when you get those first few rejections, those emails back that say, thank you so much for reaching out to us, but we don't think you're a good fit. Now, they don't have it with that tone. That's my tone in my head. We don't think you're a good fit. And that would stop me in my tracks. And I would go 2 weeks or more without sending another email. And through my coach helping me really dig down, why is it so important for me to tell my story? I already knew, I knew here, and I needed it really cemented in my heart, cemented in my soul, as to why my story needed to get out. And then suddenly time found a way, right? Time found a way, because time was my thing getting in the way. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do that. I need to be working on this other thing. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to not do it, because there are women out there who need to hear the encouragement. There are women out there that need to know that I can help them. And it's not about me. It's about the help that I can provide to them so that they can become financially free, so that they can support missions that they want to support. It's so that they can create a business that's bigger than them. That's the crux of it. Getting down to that. Why? Why are you in business? What is it that you do for your clients that if you don't do it, nobody else will? Because you're meant to work with very specific people. And if you don't show up, they'll stay stuck. So show up. Be there. Even when you don't feel like it. When you don't feel like turning the camera on and doing a live, turn the camera on and do a live anyway. Because somebody needs to hear what's going through your head. That's why I turned the camera on today. I hope this served you. I hope this supported you. And I will talk to you later.